Hello, thank you so much for joining me. My name is Kaylee. This is the Tea House, and you are back in my kitchen for day 5 of getting some freezer meals in the freezer to prepare for baby boy. I am going to do a little bit different layout this time. Let me know in the comments if you like this better or kind of the step-by-step directions. I have already prepped and gotten the majority of ingredients ready in a bowl. So I will just kind of tell you what is in there, mix it really quick, and then get it into these storage containers for the freezer. So let me know if you like this shortened prep version or if you prefer kind of the longer drawn out preps for making freezer meals. I am fine with either, but wanted to see if this was received a little better. So today we are going to make 2 hash brown casseroles. I have in the Instapot right there, I have 2 sugar pie pumpkins that I am steaming, and I will get the flesh taken off of once that is done. I am going to make some salmon, marinated salmon, just kind of like pre-prepped, and I am going to be making some marinated pork chops as well. So let's get going. Into this big bowl. Now I've already made one batch, so don't mind the mess on the edges. I have 1.5 pound package of the little the cubed potatoes. I was only able to find O'Brien potatoes, which is why there's peppers and onions in here, but you can use either. To this I have added salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and dried parsley. And we are going to mix this all together just to get those spices nice and incorporated. To this, we are going to add 3 cups of cheddar cheese. This is a white cheddar. And that's about 3 cups, I'm estimating. As usual, 1 16-ounce container of sour cream. Now this is sour cream that I had in the freezer. Oh, there's my Instapot done with the pumpkin. So that sour cream was in the freezer. I just thawed it in the refrigerator and then poured it right in. Again, you can freeze sour cream as long as you use it in cooking recipes and not to top your tacos. It's not going to be the right consistency otherwise. And last but not least, I have 4 tablespoons of melted butter. Get that a good mix. I am going to transfer this into just one of these disposable pans. You could also use a 9x13 baking dish. And there's that, and then just spread this out. You can add meat to this if you want. Bacon or ham, crumbled breakfast sausage. Those all sound very, very good. I am using or planning on using this primarily as a side dish. So I didn't want to add meat to a side dish and then also probably have meat in my main dish. So that is why I opted to not have any meat. Cooking instructions for this: you're going to cover this with foil. And then after that, you're going to cover it with plastic wrap. The cooking instructions, you're going to thaw overnight in the refrigerator and then preheat the oven to 350. You're going to remove the plastic and the foil. and bake for about an hour until it's nice and bubbly and golden brown on top. Next on the list, I have honey lime pork chops. So to this bag, I've already added, I would say about a 1/4 teaspoon of fresh ground black pepper. This is a little bit of onion powder. I would say a 1/4 to a 1/2 teaspoon. We're gonna fix our camera. And then we're going to do the same for garlic powder. Anytime that I have a ton of limes, I make lime juice cubes. So I'm going to put 1 of these in each bag. This is about 2 tablespoons. It's a rough estimate. I'm not looking for, the best measurements in the entire world. We are going to add a couple tablespoons of soy sauce. 1, and there's 2. And about a 1/4 cup of honey. The best way to get honey out of a container is to spray it with nonstick cooking spray prior to putting the honey in, and it will pretty much just drip right out, but I forgot to do that. From here, you want to seal the bags and mash all of this together. Make sure everything's nice and incorporated before you add your pork chops. And I have 2 of the world's largest pork chops for each bag. So this package it's almost 2.5 pounds. So I'm going to put 1 of these in each bag, seal it up, try to get as much air out, and then it is ready for the freezer. There is that. I kind of tried to massage the honey into the pork chop just so that it gets incorporated. But to cook these, you're going to thaw in the refrigerator. I'm going to thaw for 48 hours, so 2 days. If you have smaller pork chops, you can do for 1 day. I'm sure it'll be fine. And then you can either cook in the oven, 350 for, 20 to 30 minutes, or we are probably going to be cooking these on the grill. Next on the agenda, we have lemon butter salmon. I am going to start each bag with about a teaspoon of mushroom salt. If you haven't yet made mushroom salt, because I haven't showed you how, I promise that will That will be coming. But you can just use regular salt. We are going to do a dash of garlic powder, some black pepper, roughly a tablespoon of butter. I have lemon juice cubes as well. I just showed you the lime juice cubes, so we're going to do one of these per bag. Some dill. About a tablespoon of olive oil. And last but not least, your salmon fillets. I have these pre-portioned salmon fillets that I just got from Costco, but you can use any fillets that you choose. Let me get a slightly bigger one. One fillet per bag, and seal it on up, and you are good to go. For these, you are going to want to thaw in the refrigerator and then cook at 350 for about 15 minutes. And you are all set to go. It gives you a nice sauce as well. Last but certainly not least, we have the pumpkin out of the Instapot. And let me tell you, this, I mean, it just falls off the rind. This is definitely the way to go if you are cooking pumpkin. Earlier this year, I showed you how to roast some pumpkin. This is significantly easier. So, as you can see, I don't even need a spoon. I am wearing gloves because it is insanely hot. But beyond being very, very hot, it is just, I mean, truly just falling off the rind. So I'm going to get all of this pumpkin de-skinned, woo, while not burning myself, and get it into a freezer container once it cools completely. Make sure that your food that you're freezing is always completely cooled before you put it in the freezer. You don't want to give yourself some sicknesses. And then this is the last thing that we are doing for today in order to prep and fill our freezer. Did I tell you how to make this? No. So you are going to put your pumpkin that has been seeded into the Instapot in whatever pieces you choose to cut them in. It doesn't need to be huge pieces, but it doesn't need to be small ones either. And you're going to put, I would say, about a cup of water in the bottom. I used a trivet in the bottom of mine so that I didn't have to get it off the bottom. There was no possibility of it sticking, anything like that. And then put it on high pressure for 20 minutes. I let it natural release while I finished what I was doing, which was making the salmon packets and the pork chops. And then I took it out, and here we are. We're almost done with getting this de-skinned. Is that the right term? I think so. And there we have it. All done. I'm going to let this cool completely and then put it in a freezer safe container. Thank you so much for joining me again in my kitchen. I hope that you found something of value with this video. If you choose to, we would love for you to like and subscribe. And I look forward to your comments in regards to if you like this type of video or if you like the videos that I've currently been making, which are definitely longer. My assumption, although I haven't yet edited this video, is that this video is going to be a lot shorter and a lot easier to edit. So if you prefer this, definitely let me know. I hope you have a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow for more freezer cooking.